I am a Muslim from birth, so I will apply whatever I know as Muslim about the question that you asked. One thing I know, not only from my religious teachers, but also from my parents and all the teachers that I have come across, including all the colleagues who are constantly teaching us and the students who are also teaching us all the time, that in Islam, one of the best way of knowing our Creator is to know His creation. And that's been said many, many times. So we have to explore and find out everything that has been created. And there is only one Creator, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So from that perspective, whether there is anything that's to do with evil or that's to do with anything that has a role to play from the shayateen, I think still we have to know about it so that we can protect ourselves from it. So I don't think there is particularly anything that we can say that the knowledge is haram or halal. From that perspective, seeking knowledge, whether it is for the benefit for yourself, to be a good Muslim and to get the benefit of Jannah, is as valid as seeking knowledge to protect yourself from the harm of anything. So my point of view would be, and that is purely mine, and I am once again saying that I am not probably an authority, and I am not an authority in Islam. So my point of view would be strictly that any knowledge is valid to seek. Whether you're trying to protect yourself from it, from the harm of it, or whether you're trying to improve on that and to get benefit out of it.
If I may briefly add a little bit to what Osama said. And again, I'm no one to give an answer from Islamic perspective. But it happened in front of me once that a scholar was asked a similar question. And it was a more specific one. Someone was saying, I'm studying financial management and I feel guilty because I study, riba practices and these sort of things. And the answer that the scholar gave was quite similar to what Osama said. Okay? So seek knowledge, no matter what it is knowledge. It is how you use knowledge that matters. Crimes are haram. So is it haram to study criminology or the behavior of criminals in order to try to prevent crimes?
As long as we can use it, as long as our studies can be, our jobs can be in a good way. So that's
absolutely. This is what I'm saying. Okay, it's all about what you do with knowledge, rather than about knowledge itself.
Would I be allowed to add something? Okay. Jazakallah for bringing the issue of finance, because I am a lecturer in finance. So, yes, this is something I always go through the dilemma. That day in, day out, I research in economics, I research in finance, and the modern economics and the secular finance is completely based on interest. But then again, if I don't know the philosophy of interest, how would I then research what is the best alternative? Now recently we know that the whole economy is in recession. And why we are in recession? We are in recession for the monetary system, for the banking system. And a lot of the Islamic scholars are now saying that there you go, you should have actually followed the Sharia banking. And that's what would have saved us from recession. And this is what actually driving a lot of passion into it. Now one of the conferences that we will be attending next year, where we never talked about faith-based financing, but one of the major panels that's going to take place would be in faith-based financing. So obviously, this is a very valid point, that we have to know about it. But then what you do with that knowledge. Now, if I learn all the finance and economics and also know that by signing a contract or by agreeing to riba or by even witnessing riba, I'm waging war against the Prophet and the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself, and then I carry on practicing that would be problematic. But if you learn the knowledge and then try to develop a better model to provide not only to the Muslim but also to the whole humanity, that would be basically the purpose of knowledge.
Thank you very much, and I'm sorry for the English. Yeah, please.
Actually, somebody has seen the yesterday program by Nick from BNP Leader. He actually